Alright. How y'all doing? Another day, another stream. Today we're actually going to try to code. So let's get this going. Let's actually put the chat on screen. And get everything started. If the music is too high, just tell me. I'll put it down. Not like killing it, but put it down still. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Here we go. There. Getting better at this. Actually being able to set up the thing. Good start. Oh, maybe it's off center a little bit. Where is people? Nowhere. Guess what? We're all alone. But who cares? It's part of the fun, I guess. The chat is triggeringly small. Okay, that's why it's small. It always was, and it cannot be another way. So guess we're gonna live with it. Alright. Let's pull everything up, put everything in place, and we're gonna start right in. How do you feel, my friend? How's it going? What have you done of your day? So the big issue that we were in is that I changed the get command and it started to fail. Okay, it should be somewhere over here in table. Alright. So this is where we're doing some kind of mistake. And we're gonna have to learn. Alright. So the issue here is that before we had this. But this doesn't work when we have multiple tuples. Now, let's do a bit of explaining. Just for my mental health. And so we understand a little bit what we're doing. So, what get is supposed to receive is the columns that are programmed, that are put in a specific format. So the format that we should see, if it's a lonely little column, just one column that we put through get, it should look a little bit like this. So here we should have name of table. Here we should have a row ID. That's a number. And then we should have the actual value. And of course, if we have multiple elements. It's the same thing, but duplicated. Well, technically to be more correct. Okay. Like this. Okay. So after the change, nothing works. So we're going to take a look at why this doesn't work. There's two places where it could maybe not work. Hi, name free. Okay, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that because I have no idea what I'm supposed to say at what time. But hi, happy to see you. So okay, now that we know that both the single one and the multiple one are failing, let's see why, right? Why is that? So first, we're storing thing into an optimized table. The optimized table has first the key group. So this makes sense, right? We're using... Am I even using item getter right? Can we use item getter on multiple arrays? How should we use item getter? Because I feel that I'm using some commands I don't even have an idea how to use it correctly. So let's Google this shit to have an idea, right? I think that's the issue. I just don't know what I'm doing. Because I'm putting things inside of a dictionary and I'm trying to get it back and it doesn't get it back. But I don't even understand the commands I'm using. It's okay. It's just a made-up name. Alright. Well, for today, you're going to be my friend. So, my friend, how's it going? What's going on today? Personally, I've been going out and seeing some family. Wow. It was fun. Let's try to understand item getter. That makes even less sense. That must be AI. That must be fucked. Okay, no. Oh, okay. I understand now. Okay. I was so confused. I was like, where is A? Why is this? Where? But no, it makes sense. So we're kind of assuming this, right? But here, yeah, it just makes sense. Maple is not cooking. I was here yesterday. That might be the case, my friend. My brain is garbage. But I love you still. And you're still going to be my friend. Alright? That's your name. That's a good name. Happy that you're here still. I'm planning to do this pretty much every day until I get tired of it. Normally, I don't get tired of a lot of things, so hey, we're going to do this shit for a long time. Alright, so from what I understand, item getter allows us to create a function that we can then put into something or use right away to extract what we want from an array. Now, we can give multiple values to it. That's why I was originally using it. So that makes sense. Now, the issue that we probably have is that we shouldn't use... Should we have to use item getter with a lambda function if we use it into map? Could it be that I need to do something like... Whoops, not what I wanted to do. Something like this, where I put some parentheses at the end so that my map actually fills in things correctly? Maybe I've just been using item getter absolutely horrendously. And that's why we're having all of these issues. That's probably what it is. Let's just go check some command of item getter with map. And we're probably going to have an idea of what the hell we're doing wrong. All right, if it doesn't stop, I'll use the AI. Okay, so it's telling me that I'm doing it correctly, so now I'm utterly confused. Indeed, my friend. The algo will pick up eventually. But for that, let's be honest, I need to be way more entertaining. And for now, what I'm doing is pretty boring. We're just chilling. Yeah, I'm kind of giga confused because, like, something is wrong. Something is wrong for probably both. Because it works when I put one argument, one column, but when I put two, it dies. So the structure of what I input into it, right, columns, doesn't really change, right? We go from this to this. But why is it not able to pick shit up, right? So I'll probably need a bunch of print statement and like, yeah, that's probably how I'm going to crack this egg. So let's put a little if that says if we are inside of self dot table name equal, and it should be m shash vmain. No, not vmain. What am I using? We're going to put some print up in this. Okay, we're trying to find what file name looks like, and let's just print this with this. Yeah, let's print all of that. So we're going to have an idea of what is inside, right? We're going to be able to see what the key is, so it's going to at least help me understand how I'm dumb. That should be a start, right? Hi, Maple. Hi! Oh, goddamn. You've made some code and I'm absolutely fucked. Look, I'll check something out, and after that, if I'm more confused, I'll copy over your code. I'm trying to I don't know, to be a big boy here, all right? Trying to understand what my mistakes are, and right now, your boy over here has no idea what his own code is even doing. So that's probably not good, right? We should probably know what we're doing. All right, vomit. Give me that vomit. All right. Okay. What's the dog doing? All right. Okay, we cannot go back to the start. It's way too big. Okay. Look at this. I'm not even going to have anything of value. Okay. Okay, so there's no, like, weird thing. If we go over here, look at the code. As expected, it puts the primary key at the place that we expect it to be. And over here, when we get the key group, it puts everything as we expect, right? Because it gets the first argument, it knows which key group it is, and then it finds it inside of the row, put it as the key, and then we're able to find the primary key after that. So this works with one item, all right? This works. Now, okay. That's a good start. So now let's go for tag names. Because those were the issue, right? No, they were not. They were line. Those were the big boys. All right. Let's try to see what happens with lines. Because right now the code is working. Did I save this? Yeah, all right. I just need to kill the DB. So line has multiple arguments instead of one. So that's why I'm using it. So we're going to be able to try to see where it fails. Okay. Here we see, well, we see the actual result here. So let's kill this shit and understand what we see. And if it works well, I'll die. So we have a dictionary. The key is this tuple, which is all good. That's exactly what we want. And the value is the ID, which again is what we want. Nice. So now let's rotate our butts up to the other side of the code. Because turns out the code was just working. So now let's see what those are. Because you guys are treacherous. Little traitors. So let's try both of them. So here we're going to put them into a nice little string so that we know what we're working with. Key group here. Those are the key group. And then we do the same thing to print the values. This is where we should see the cookie crumble, right? All right. Let's go. Give me my data. All right. I've been absolutely bombarded. So the key group being 1 and 2 is what we need. I think I'm roasting myself right now. Oh man, it's getting even worse. Okay. Yes. Yes, this is what we expect. All right. Her brain had a very hard time over here. So the key groups should tell us where things are positioned, and that's the right answer. And then we have the actual values that we're supposed to put. I got it, bitch. They're strings. Little shits. So that's the first one. Lines are cooked because they're strings. Now, why are they strings? Or are they strings because... No, they're not strings because they're put into this. Alright, they're strings and they're not supposed to be strings. Alright, we know that. So now let's go check why in the are they strings. So for this, let's go at the start of our little code here, where we actually put the lines. Over here, it's because we're passing through a tag. What a dumb fuck. Bro. How do we make something a number? Do we just int? Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Alright. Python, make a string into a number. I'm not showing my screen. Alright. Okay, we just int it. That was bad. I don't know anything about anything. Alright. So, int. Alright. So we've got one thing of the puzzle done, right? That's the first problem that's solved, is the fact that we're too dumb to put the right arguments at the right place. Alright. Oh, that was great. Okay. So then, oh man. So then if that works, that means that everything worked using the dumb little fix. So the dumb little fix was working, and the reason why the line were not working were not because of this, it was because they were not put into ints. So this just works. Trademark. Right? Because yesterday or the day before I removed this and I was like, doesn't make sense, bro. But I guess it does, because when the key group... Oh shit, I don't remember what I did here. Sorry. I'll need to check again just to be sure. Okay, the key group here should be a single number. Oh no, item getter should give us a single number. Oh man. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, sorry, brain blasting. If item getter only has one thing that it gets back, right? If we don't ask multiple item, but just one, will it return a tuple? No, right? It will just give us the actual element. Or I can just check here. No, not multiple things. Just give me one. It just vomits the thing. Okay, my code was perfect. And I'm... Why am I doubting? Why am I doubting? Bro, that's so cooked. I shouldn't doubt myself. Alright. Let's run this again. And let's see how much of a galaxy brain I am. Because this is going to work so good that I will have solved world hunger. Alright? This is the strategy. This is how we do it. Yeah. Little shit. Okay. Okay, so the issue that we have here is that we're trying to transform nothing as an int. Sorry, I was getting very triggered over here. So, why are we not fixing this within our tags? Let's just fix this right over here within the thing that is getting some tags, right? So we're splitting everything, we're putting things into types. And why not take the time to put this into ints and check to see if there's anything there. I should have let like a small sample size here to know what the hell my command was even letting me do. Oh, thank Lord. We still have it. Linux. And after that, it should be tools /USB/ Got it. All right. So 0 is name, 1 is first line, and 2 is last line. So here we're trying to do, let's render this into a number just to stop wasting our time. So 1 is going to be equal the int of whatever the hell it was. Why are you confused? Shut up. Please. And then we check if our tag number 2 is an empty string, then you just kill yourself. No, that's not what you do. That's not what you do. You put tag 1 into tag 2 so that we have the same line, because that's the fact, right? It just means that there's multiple tag onto one line, so I don't really give a shit about that. So for now, we're just going to put the same thing that was in our first line, because that's where it is. And if it's not, we're going to do else, and then do the same thing that we did for tag 1, but for tag 2, which should be our ending line. Okay. I think we got this. So now we solve this. I can now remove whatever dumb fix I did at this point. I don't even know why we should have done this there, right? This would have fucked up everything that I did before. All right. So now we should be cooking, right? Cooking the no lines. Just making sure I'm not getting like my whole face copyright struck. Okay, should be good. Should be good. We're still cooking. All right, we're still cooking. Okay. Let's run this. Pomegranate juice. It was very funny because when I looked on the container, it said that it was 100%, not 100%, I'm lying here, but they said that it was Canadian pomegranate. Bro, this shit doesn't grow over here, right? Why would you even say such a thing? And it turns out that it's made from imported and domestic ingredient. Oh boy, that sounds like the softest way to say we imported pretty much everything but the little hint of sugar at the end. But hey, let's make some money off nationalism, am I right? Let's bring in some water. I think we might be unironically cooking here, guys. What? Will I be able to implement the other part this stream? That might be good. Might be happy about it. Vibe in. Sugar in Canada? True! What the hell is a sugar cane? Isn't there like multiple ways to do sugar and not only like sugar canes? I don't know. Do I look like somebody that grows shit? I look like somebody who, if I were to grow something, I would create like lethal dose of lead inside of whatever I'm growing. Alright. We're cooking, boys. We're cooking big time. Might be able to do something else than just nothing. No, but the marketing works, right? I'm one of these butthurt Canadians that don't buy anything from the US. So, yeah, I saw the little flag over there and I was like, you're coming with me. I don't know. For people in other countries that are not the US, are you like boycotting what is coming from the US? You probably don't have enough of things coming from them to do any of that, right? We hate them so much. It's insane. We would have known. One president, one opportunity to fuck it up for eternity. That was... Oh man, they were so... Anyway. I don't know. Looking back at it, it's ridiculous. No, but for real, we're cooking. We're at 3.5 and we don't have like a crazy crash. Yeah. I don't even know how to test what I just did. Guess I'll just check. Do we have multiple copies of main? Oh no, I parsed main. Okay guys, we're going to find where the F main is. That's probably something that should be blacklisted, but anyway. I'll just see if it if get works for single column things. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I put an equal, but it's supposed to be like, not link, eh? Like. Fuck you. What do you mean you don't recognize? I'll put some caps for you. Bro. Oh, I said while and it's where. Okay, okay. That's my bad, that's my bad. Alright, I think the system works. Oh yeah. PHPMyAdmin is bringing a lot of memories to me too, don't worry about it. What what websites were you working with, my friend? What pain did you what pain brought you to this world? But it's so good, right? It works very well and you can show a bunch of things with it. But I mean, when I used to work with it, it was like, okay, I need to go in the pain center, it turns out, so let's pop up PHPMyAdmin and let's go suffer a little bit. Mic's a little low. I should probably have my back a little bit straighter. Here we go. Wouldn't want to have some, like, back pain, am I right? Yeah, I'm never able to set this shit correctly. Who cares? Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Now it's true. We're going to set this for everything else. So. This is working, cooking complete. Let's think about this with a brain. Sorry for bumping you. Alright. So, let's start with deletes, because deletes are easy as shit. So I'm just going to copy this over to delete, and we're going to edit it until it works. So, put this here. It's a bit too low for me. Sorry. All right. So, what should we be expecting from a deleted file, right? So we delete the file that is containing a bunch of tags. We should probably first, let's game this out, okay? Let's game this out like we like to do. All right. So numero uno, première chose, first thing first, we should try to query for all of the already existing tags for the last version. So we should get the existing tag for the last version. That's the first thing that we should do. This should probably return an array. So a big ass list with all the tags. And then we should loop through each of them and change their time, right? To say that they died, that they're gonzo, that we don't like them anymore. Do we have anything else of importance to do? So we get the list, we kill the time. Does our tag have anything else of importance? No, they don't. Wow. Should be easy. Should be. All right. So we won't need the same amount of shit as before, but it's definitely a lot like the same thing. So we should do if we do have tags. So we should say old tags, old underscore tags. I should have faith in me being able to type like a big guy and not having to look at my keys, but hey, I guess I'm just going to get over it. You know what? I'll just stutter through it. Who cares? So now we should have a get command. But can get even get multiple things? It cannot. So my system is shit. No. Oh, I'm getting demolished here. So we need a way to be able to get all of the tags from a system that cannot get all of the tags. So we can do it real slow by searching through everything, searching through the whole list of everything that we have in our database. That's probably not a good idea. But I'm having a hard time trying to know how to optimize this if it's not that. So what I could do is I could modify the way that I'm doing things currently and making get, under some circumstances, be able to return multiple things, not just the first thing that is true. So I should probably do a get list option, and this get list option would need to work, well, everything is kind of screwed here, because the issue that I have is my implementation for the optimized table that we can search with alternative key groups. It just doesn't work that way. Should I just bite the bullet and make it ask the database? I think that's going to be yeah, it's probably going to be it, right? So instead of re-implementing all of this, those calls are probably not that frequent. Oh well, they're going to be, because I will hit against the same issue for I'll hit the same issue for modified tags. So the issue that I'm having here, let me try to explain in better ways, because now I'm probably as unclear as it gets. So we have multiple tags per file. I need to get all of these tags using a command, using some kind of ways that I can extract all of the tags. Now the issue is my current implementation for getting something out of this can only get one, because it assumes that any search that I'm doing will only have one result. It was good for everything else until now. Well, yes, it was good for everything else until now, okay? I was about to think about the includes, but the includes are implemented in a whole new way that doesn't work for tags. So I probably need to bite the bullet and implement a new way to search tags. Or maybe just, yeah, I need to put an option where some tables will return multiple things from get, while other tables won't. Because the table that we don't care about... Okay, I got it. Big brain. All right, I got it. I got it. We're going to use, which table is it? Show me. Show me. We're using bridge tag. So bridge tag using a file ID. So using the old file ID, we're going to be able to get all of the tags. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a special exception for bridge tag where every get that we do, instead of giving us one result, it will give us multiple results. So I'll just code that in so that we can kind of pinpoint which one that we can get multiple result. Because bridge tag, like besides this, we're never doing a get with this shit. Bridge tag doesn't need a get. Besides getting all the tags. So we're cooking. I think. Yeah. We are. Let's go. All right. So let's implement this new thing. Let's add a new option, and the new option will be list get or get list. Get list. The default will be none or false, I guess. Yeah, false. False. So here we can do self dot get underscore list equals false. I just have a sanity check to do, because right now I don't know if, like, yeah, my primary for this is FID and TNID for sure. TGID. Okay. Okay. We're cooking. We're cooking. Okay. So now we have this new option. my brain was not blasting here. Not at all. It was like, why is this false? It's because we get the information later. But hey, who cares? So get lists. We put our guest list here. Kind of confused on why it makes an error. It's probably from the code. It's from the code that I've put afterward. I'm being not as smart as I should be. So now using this, we should be able to go put an if statement over on our generate and optimize table. And instead of using this method, we should be able to store this inside of an array. And then whenever we do a get with this option enable, we should be able to unpack this array. I swear there's a beetle bug like fucking around over here. I swear, guys. Okay. The guy's being like the biggest schizophrenic ever. Anyway, I'm having some fun over here, alright? So if get list is false, we should go to that else over here, and we should do the standard thing, right? And if get list is true, we should do this new thing. So this new thing should be creating some kind of array to store the keys. So let's do this. So we have this, well, oh wait. No, I'm wrong. We're going to need to do something like if already exists, do this. If not, kill yourself. Oh man, I'm bad at this. All right. Let's just copy this. but let's do an if this dot, I believe it's get, and we put this. So if there's something we should do something. Okay, if we already have something in there, we're going to add an element instead of just throwing an element onto it. Yes, that works. If not, we're going to throw an element onto it. So else, we're going to add something to our list, like this. And maybe put it inside of a list, just to be fancy about it. So now if we have something, well, I can do something a little bit. Can I even do this? You know what? Screw this. We're trying. All right. Okay, so the plan here, if there is an existing list, we are going to append to it this new element. If not, we're creating a brand new list. Now, the part that I have no clue if I can do is this. All right, this looks like a war crime because I'm setting a list and then adding something to it. But will it transfer to this? Right, because I want to add to wherever we're here. No, it's not going to work. What the fuck am I doing here? This is giga retarded. Stop trying to optimize. It doesn't work. You're not even good. All right. All right. We got it. Okay. So this looks like something that would work. I hope it does. Okay. So, okay. If we have get list enable, and that should be self dot get list, not get list, we are going to go through our lists, and if we already have something at the place that we're trying to put something, we will add to the list, and if not, we will create the list for this specific place. Okay, so now we have an optimized table that can hold multiple things, not just the first value that comes in looking like the value that we need. So now we need to have a get that is able to recognize this and do something good with it. All right. So our get will receive a key group, receive a value, and it's pretty much here that we should act. So here we have an option. Either we're going with the standard way to do things, or we are doing with the toolkit thing way to do it. So let's just check if... So let's just do this quick thing to make sure that we don't lose what we already have. So now if we have our new system, brand new system enabled, we should be able to get our new values. Okay. So now the issue is that we have a list, and this list is full of primary keys. So it's not actually full of the data that we might need, it's full of the primary keys. Now, in our case, we could actually just use the primary keys, but I want this system to be reused later if ever I like create some other thing, and I don't want to be lost in whatever shit code I've done in the past. So let's actually try to fix this. So here, okay. So what we should do is go through the list and maybe create a parallel list and store the actual full item within it, right? We should like run this multiple time, put the result into an array, and then vomit the array back. But we also need a possibility that the value would be none, right? Because a dot get allows us to do something where the value is none. Oh man. So what we should do is a for, and then we do a... Let's start by creating the array that we're going to mess with, right? So we are going to call it getArray. Oh wow. Or getList. No, we already have getList. Wow, my naming scheme is being garbage right now. Okay. So we have an array called getArray. Now we should try to look into the optimize table for all of its values. So we should do this thingy for keys in this. So here we should have a bunch of keys come out of this. And each time we have them, we should check first if it's none. So if the value that we're trying to get out, so let's call it temp. I'm just like bored of naming things. So if the value that we're trying to get out okay, I thought I was being a dumb fuck. Sorry. Well, the real value that we should check is this one, right? Because this is generated based on what is inside of the current table, so we don't have to doubt the output of this. So here, this would return none in the worst cases. So we should just do if key exists, right? Because if it's none, it's going to return none. If it's something else, it's... I'm sorry. If it's none, it's not going to pass through this. This was a very dumb way to phrase it. So here, we should be able to append, to add things to this array without any fear. So we should be able to do this. Like this. Like this. And in reality, I could, like, not do a .get and it would still be safe. But I'm still doing a .get because I'm a little pussy. Alright. So now that we've extracted all the keys and converted them into the actual item that we need to do something with them, put them into an array, we need to make sure that the array contains something. So if our array contains something, we return the array. If not, we return none. So here we should be able to do getArray. If it contains something, it will go there, and we should do return getArray. And if nothing exists, we should do return none. Easy. All right, I think this is going to work first try. Now let's implement it a bit lower. It was in delete. Yeah, that was what we needed to work on. So now we should be able to get a list of all the items that we want from a specific table. Oh, I forgot to initialize this table correctly. So bridge tag, we should have this, and this should be false because we don't want to auto increment, and true because we do want to have our new feature, right? I guess we do. Okay, I guess we do. If it fails, it fails. If we die, we die. Okay. So now when we do a get for our little bridge table, it should return us what we need. So we do .get, and what we need is the old FID. Old. You're old. So we say old BF, and we do .fid. Now we need to position this, so we would need to do this dot, and then it is .fid. Okay, so we've told that we want to get something in that has inside of the FID position the same value as old bf.fid. So this should return all the tags that we have. And it's going to be shoved into old tags. All right. So that should be good, right? Let's do this. Okay. I'm gonna go pee, so give me a quick second. Enjoy the music. All right, I'm back. Putting my feedback inside of, I don't know how do we say, like the thing that you sleep in. Not a bed, but like what you put on the bed. Anyway, I have that on my feet. It's freaking cold. Can I put this up a bit? Sorry if I destroyed your ears. Feel like I'm probably like going down in my chair the more I'm living. Alright, so now we should have all the old tags, right? So if we have tags, we should run them through for, right? For each tag, let's call them old tag. For each tag in old tags, we are going to do a couple of things. So the first thing that we should do is set a new time, right? Because the time has now changed. So we're going to steal this. Stealing is fun, guys. It is the way. So we're going to steal this. Oh, you little bitch. There's this, I think it's called a beetle bug, right? That's how you call it, or a beetle, or anyway. Little bitch is flying around thinking like it's her light. It's not your light, okay? It's my light, okay? Pure hydroelectricity coming through this light, all right? This is my light. So let's get into it. I'm getting triggered. Anyway. Okay, so now we have a bridge. Okay, so the value that we have inside of our tag should be what we have inside of bridge, right? Inside of our bridge tag. So we should have a TID. Am I going to just sneeze or just like joke about it? Holy. Okay, so what is interesting here is TGID. So we are going to need to take that TGID and then retrieve from it the TID stored inside of the tag table. All right, so let's just rename a bunch of things because that's going to be way faster. So we do tag, and we are searching for the TGID, and we have that TGID inside of old tag, TGID. We want the TID out of all this, and then we are going to search for a TID. Okay, no, it makes sense. Sorry, I was bugging out. All right. So here we should be able, from this command, to get the starting version, and then we just put the last version, the version right before the one we are in right now, as the last version that this was valid. So then we should be able to set this, get something, and then use this to modify this, essentially. Yes, so we are going to do an update, exactly like we did above. So this is going to be -1. And for this, we are going to do TGID. I'm just stealing code right now because it's the exact same thing as above. Here we go. So here we're just going through all the tags, making sure that we have a time for them. So at the time where they're done, and then we're updating the tag itself to be able to have this time applied to it. That for all tags. And that should be it. Yes, that's literally all there can be from it. So here, we've successfully implemented deleted tags. Good job. Okay, I have a mistake somewhere in my code, and it triggers me. Okay, I'm just going to put some comments before I kill myself, I guess. I just hate it so much when we have this mysterious, hey, somewhere there's a bug. Have fun finding it, because you're going to not find it. And when you will find it, you'll want to kill yourself with it. Ho ho ho. Piece of shit. All of this makes sense. This must be here. Or maybe it's in get. For sure I like left an if somewhere without the 2 dots at the end. And that's all it needs to... Why does this not work? This is the issue, right? I'll do like a little something dumb like, bro, that wasn't the goal. I'll do this. And it's all going to work, right? Like this. F me, I guess. Alright, just run it. We're running it. That's what we're doing. And when it fails, it fails. I should have just run it. 378. 378. 378. Okay, okay, that's the magical copy somewhere in the ether that's like fucking me up. Holy Jesus. It's always the magical little copy there to just tell you how much you've lost your way. All right. Okay. It's working. That's the brunt of it. Let's just take 5 minutes to try to implement this to something else, I guess. Or do I want to do this today? Nah. You know what? I'll go eat something. And if you're here, I'll be there tomorrow. Even if there's nobody. So, hey, if you enjoyed this, I'm happy. So, we've at least implemented the delete. We've corrected our dumb little bug that we created. Next thing that we have to do should be to take care of the modified. Well, first is going to be modified. After that, it should be the transfer. So when we move things, like rename something, I mean, And after that would be when we modify plus rename. So all of that should be done tomorrow. And yeah, I think we're going to be able to do that pretty easily. So with that said, it was pretty fun to be with you. See you tomorrow. Love you.